Here's Lewis trying to warm up a little bit. Lewis, obviously, yesterday probably was a little bit disappointing for you. How are you feeling today?
I'm good. I got my hand warmers. It's so cold. No, I wouldn't say that it was disappointing. I'm really enjoying the weekend. I'm really enjoying driving. I love driving this track, and I'm sad that it's the last day. But it's positive because there's lots of potential, and I think we could have been challenging for third perhaps yesterday, and the same on the day before. But I'm wringing its neck and trying to get the maximum. When that happens, things don't go so right. But I didn't actually make a mistake on my last lap in terms of there was something else where the power was too low, so then the SM wouldn't work. So there's lots of positives to take from it, and today with these tricky conditions, anything's possible.
Obviously, being here quite a few times in your career, what's your favorite memory here from Canada?
I don't remember any of them. I've got the worst memory. Probably my first race here, I think 2007. I don't remember that. So
hopefully today is going to be another good one. Good luck. Thank you very much.
How wild is it? I'm right here, and now you can't really tell amongst all these people. Now
Bonne bagarre avec Georges, mais on va voir cette victoire. Quelle victoire pour Canadian Grand Prix. Sector.
Oh my God.
Mais c'est bon. Alors Hamilton est proche.
Let's go, let's go.
Et là, on va dans le premier virage. C'est Lewis qui passe dans le premier virage. Quel dépassement de Lewis Hamilton.
See you, man. It's really good to see you, Lewis. Can you hear me? Yeah. Congratulations. You've had a strong weekend all the way through the weekend. Strong P2 for the race. Is there anything more you could have done, or do you think you've got everything out of the car today?
Yeah, well, firstly, I have to say a huge thank you to my team here. Grazie. These guys have welcomed me with open arms, and it's been pretty tough over the past year and a bit. So to finally find our sweet spot and have a good weekend has been really, it's an amazing feeling to be back up here, especially with these guys being so quick, and actually got to have a race with Max, which was great. So, and we've got an amazing crowd here, so merci beaucoup. Yeah, oh man, I'm so happy. I love this track. I can't wait to come back.
Yeah, you've always been strong at this track, but this result, is it really encouraging for the rest of the season if you look at the races ahead?
I think it's definitely encouraging, given that this weekend, if you look at Mercedes, brought a big upgrade. A lot of people brought upgrades here. We brought one our big one in Miami. And the team are working really hard back at the factory. We've got hopefully some other bits coming along the way. And considering this is a real straight line street circuit, and we just managed to hold on and get this result, that definitely gives me high hopes for what's ahead. But we've got to keep pushing and keep trying to extract more.
Well done.
It's crazy how these guys they're following so much.
That first then I was just looking at you guys like fighting.
Ah, yeah, the intro.
Oh no!
Oh, you went up straight over again? Or was that George?
Yeah.
Oh.
He suddenly, yeah, the suspension failed.
When I pulled out, I had a snap there.
Yeah.
I cracked myself. I had a snap and I pulled out the switch. Yeah. Sheesh. These cars are so unstable when you're in the draft and with the S1.
No, really close, and you want to do like a sharp. Yeah. But in general, I find that following, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
For now. Let's see next year or in 2 years.
But the traction is still not, when you follow.
It's good to have some better, wish I had better tyres, like more grip.
Lewis Hamilton might have scared himself when he got by, but he stayed in second and delivered. Hamilton is on the podium, his best result with Ferrari, his second place. His 2 Grand Prix.
Congratulations, Lewis.
Thank you.
You've been on it absolutely all weekend long. Just how satisfying is it for you to get the job done as well right at the end?
Oh man, it's the happiest day of my days at Ferrari so far. So it feels great to be able to put the Ferrari on the podium and to get my second place with the team as well in the main race, and it's my second podium as well. I'm just elated and so proud of the team for working so hard. I finally have the engineering team that I've been working towards. I think our car is great. The guys did a fantastic job over winter to get the car where it is, and I think I understand it a lot better. I'm much more comfortable with it. And whilst we're not exactly where we want to be, to get a result like this, we capitalize. We've got great reliability, and this is awesome. And a big thanks to the team.
And personally, is it really satisfying for you? Because you've always known you've still got it in you, right? But you managed to knit it together really well this weekend.
Yeah, no, it's honestly, it's the best feeling. I feel very light right now. I feel great in my body. Physically, I'm very, very strong, and clearly mentally in a good place. And I arrived this weekend with mega energy, and I want to take this forwards.
Okay.
That's a good sight. Is it a good feeling?
Oh, amazing feeling. Oh, honestly, I'm so happy. Oh, it's good day. Good day of racing, and overall just a really solid weekend. I've felt on the upper weekend, and the team have done a really amazing job just refining the car, and for us to be up there battling, and also to have a good battle with Max as well, finally. So I'm really grateful, and yeah, just so happy. I love this job. It's like it's the greatest job in the world, and I never take that for granted.
The move on Max was fantastic, because we were all watching and you had to think, well, actually, can I do this differently now and make the move? And it looked like Lewis of old. Did it feel like, I know you think he's never gone away, but do you know what I mean?
No, I know what you mean. But I think there are so many elements that have to come together to get the car in the right place, and I think I finally have that with the engineers that I've got and the whole setup within the team, and I really hope that I can continue on with this performance. I'm much happier and more comfortable in the car, and it feels more like it used to be. So, but wow, it's so hard in the race to overtake. These guys, they have more power on the straight, so every time I gain speed through the corner, they gain it back on the straight. And you had to, I've never known something so difficult. It's like 10 times harder than normal, because you have to, calculate in how much battery power you have at the end of one straight, and the next straight, and the next straight, and trying to make, and each time you're like guesstimating what you're going to have. It's like, it's not great, but it is what it is, and I'm grateful that I was able to finally make it past him.
Great season.
Félicitations, Lewis. Or should I say Luigi? We heard Fred Vasseur saying, "Good job, Luigi," on the radio when you crossed the line. Did you hear that? And where does this come from?
I don't know. I mean, I think in Italy they used to always call me Luigi when I was a kid. So.
Bon, en Italie, il m'appelle toujours Luigi.
What a great result. Incredibly proud of the team.
Mais quel super résultat. Et quel beau travail de l'équipe. Je les remercie infiniment pour ce travail. C'est vraiment mérité pour l'équipe. On a tellement travaillé pour avoir cette voiture, pour la rendre fiable. C'est pas là où on voudrait être sur les lignes droites. C'est là où il nous en manque encore, mais si on est capable de réduire l'écart sur les lignes droites, on va vraiment être dans la bataille.
The little Kimi that you bring up, tell us about this thing together.
Vous allez partager ce podium avec le jeune Kimi. Parlez-nous de ce moment. Oui, c'était bien d'être de retour dans la bataille avec Max. C'est pas si souvent que l'on se retrouve en termes de puissance et de rythme. J'ai vu qu'eux avaient plus de puissance, on avait peut-être plus d'adhérence, mais on a vraiment pu faire une vraie...
Una vittoria per te, senza il primo stint con le soft, con qualche errore, avresti potuto sperare qualcosa in più quest'oggi? No, non penso. Non potevamo mai prendere Mercedes oggi, erano troppo veloci. abbiamo tenuto il passo per un po', ma poi hanno staccato me e Max quando ero terzo. Magari sarebbe stato un pochino più semplice la battaglia se fosse riuscito a riprendere prima Max, ma poi quando seguivo ho avuto un bloccaggio e sono andato dritto e ho voluto lavorare parecchio per cercare di colmare il divario, ma ci siamo riusciti e sono grato per tutti, per il grande lavoro che stanno facendo in fabbrica, perché stanno continuando a spingere. Non so che non è il risultato alla fine, però per oggi va bene così. Abbiamo visto che sei tanto paterno nel tuo rapporto con Kimi. Cosa vedi in Kimi? Forse riesci a rivedere anche te stesso quando eri un pochino più giovane? No, non vedo me stesso quando lo guardo. Però lui è un pochino più giovane di me, diciamo. Ha preso comunque il mio ruolo alla Mercedes, sta facendo un lavoro fantastico, ha dietro le spalle un team straordinario e sono incredibilmente felice per lui e per il team. Sono stato con loro per così tanto tempo, per cui se non vinciamo noi spero che vincano loro, e mi porta gioia al cuore vederli vincere, però voglio riportare il mio team adesso, questo al vertice, perché penso che questo team si riduce da tanti anni difficili e meriti di tornare a lottare per il vertice, per cui sto lavorando con tutto me stesso insieme a Fred che sta facendo un lavoro fantastico come leader del team, ai nostri ingegneri e a tutti coloro che lavorano in fabbrica. È un processo lungo per fare dei
I think the difference is I was less over the past couple of weeks I had less commitments, not draining. I didn't go to the factory, I didn't go on a simulator. I just focused on sleep, training, but not like killing myself, and I stayed on this time zone. I got to see friends, I got to see some family, and I arrived full of energy, and I knew exactly what I wanted to do and where I wanted to put the car, and I arrived, and I need to have, this is the formula now, I need to try and take that forward.
And what does this result represent for you?
I think this result represents resilience and persistence, and that mentality and that showing that no matter how many times you knock me down, you always get back up.
Lewis, let's come to you now. Your 11th podium here in Montreal. You seem really thrilled by this one. Just how much fun did you have out there?
Yeah, I had so much fun out there. All weekend, every single lap. I felt like we started on the right foot, came with the right attitude, and the car really generally felt great. And so to come to Montreal, a track that I do love, and get to enjoy a sprint weekend here, which is the first that we've had, was awesome. And this is my first second place with the team. It's something I've been working so hard. I can't even begin to explain how deep I've had to dig to be able to get to this point, and the work and moving mountains in the background to enable this sort of performance. And but I'm really grateful to the team for continuing to hold me up high and support me weekend in, weekend out. And it's a really lovely feeling to see them so happy, because they truly deserve it with all the hard work they put in.
Tell us about the pace of the car. You seem much happier here than you were in Miami last time out. What made the difference?
The prep before, I chose a different setup this weekend through just ciphering through the data, working really well with my engineer. He's absolutely awesome, and I'm really loving working with him. And my number two did a fantastic job this weekend, and helping me really pull more performance out of the car, getting into a much sweeter place. And I was able to attack all the corners finally, and as I said, there's a lot of changes that I've had to ask for, and Fred's been super supportive in again also moving mountains in order to make me comfortable, and it's finally starting to show in my performance. So thank you to the team.
And your mum seems to bring you a lot of luck when you come to races too, right?
Yeah, it's been a really cool weekend. We I get like an apartment here, and so my mum stayed with me. So every night we'd have dinner together and we'd watch a movie and just sit up talking. So it's been awesome, and we're going on a little bit of a trip for a couple of days. So I'm really excited about that, and to go on a positive result as well is awesome. So I definitely need to, now she has to come. She's clearly my lucky omen, so I need to have her come my lucky charm, have her come every weekend.
Final one from me, Lewis. The battle with Max, it was spectacular to watch. What was it like?
It's awesome, absolutely awesome to fight with one of the greats. It was massively challenging. I think our cars are relatively close, I would say. You see him in qualifying, we were relatively close, and I think whilst we're probably a little bit quicker through the corners, they're just, everything you gain in the corner, they gain on the straight, and very challenging behind him. Obviously I lost a bit of time. He was quicker at the beginning of the race, and then once I got into the medium, I was able to hunt him down, and I love that hunt. That's my whole life has been about that since a kid, since I had a really old go-kart. I was just always hunting, so it was amazing to be back in that position and hunting down a champion up ahead, and then unbelievably difficult to, and have to be so strategic when you have less power as well than others around. Even if we have the overtake, even in overtake, they still have more power on the straights. So finding a way, I was just having to do these calculations, trying to figure out how to maximize the amount of power on my battery bar each straight, and make sure that I have enough at that particular point. And yeah, thank God I managed to put it off, and it's a great feeling when you overtake as well. So these cars are awesome to be able to follow.
Very well done. Thank you, Lewis.
Fratelli l'équipe, question to Lewis. We heard you complaining about the lack of power during that race. We are coming to Monaco next week. Do you think that it could be the chance for a Ferrari to win and beat the Mercedes?
I mean, that's the one track that power is not king. So I think that's definitely car performance. I think our car could be really strong there. So I'm really going to focus on making sure I arrive with the same energy as I had this weekend. Really study hard with the engineers to make sure we position the car in the right place from practice one. And yeah, if you take away the power deficit, we're in the fight with these guys. But unfortunately, that's not the way it is today. And I think it's just, in the moment, I'm like, I need more power somehow, because I'm able to hold on or keep up with them through the corners, and I can't push the pedal any further, and you see them just eking out this straight, and you catch them back in the brakes and then eke it out in the straight. It's really hard. Even when you get the overtake, you get within a second, they still pull away. So that's how much grunt that they have, and we're massively down. But I really hope with this new rule that enables us to try to improve some performance, so we can get back in the fight with them. But Monaco should be fun.
Thanks for that. Next.
Phil Clary, motorsport.com, for all three, please. There's a lot of discussions about rules and power units, but it seems like all of three of you had a really enjoyable afternoon with a lot of wheel-to-wheel racing. So when you come to a power star circle like this one, are you starting to get around to what you need to do on a power unit, and can you find some enjoyment in the tactics and things that you can do behind the wheel? Is it becoming more second nature?
Lewis, should we start with you?
I mean, it's definitely not second nature, that's for sure. I think, it still continues to be a weird feeling. You go down the power, you open up the SM, and then the power dies, like halfway down the straight, and the RPM starts dropping. It's just not, it doesn't feel what motor racing should be. The engine should be wringing its neck off right to the end of the straight and just pulling and pulling and pulling. That's what they used to do when the V8 times and the V10 times, it would just pull. And it's another element of racing that was never there before. and maybe that's why it's. I mean, I think ultimately the car's fundamentally a better design, so we can race and get close and follow each other closely, and I think that's the best part of it. The power part, I think, is less exciting, but I mean, the guys that got the best power, you guys talk about it. Maybe you guys can give some pointers on it.
Question for Lewis, Stu Cowan, Montreal Gazette. You mentioned your mother earlier. I'm just wondering what her first impressions were of the city of Montreal and what makes this city and this race special for you.
She has been here before, so it's not her first race here. But I mean, she didn't really get to see much of the city. We go through the traffic, get to the hotel, and I think last night she went out for a walk, and it was manic on the street. So many people out enjoying themselves, and I mean, just Montreal just never ceases to deliver. Every year, it's the city is just pumping of energy. People seem to have such a great time. It's got great restaurants. The people are so nice in Canada. I mean, I've got so many Canadian friends in my life. I don't know, they pop up. I don't know how I ended up with so many Canadian friends in my life, but you know, some of my best friends are Canadian, and they're just good, decent people. So, and I think with the weather and the track, this little island that we get to come to, it's probably my favorite, apart from my British Grand Prix, of course, my home Grand Prix, but this is probably my favorite of the year. And it's a little bit too short, but it's really great to be able to have had 2 races here this weekend.
Thank you. Next.
Question for Lewis again. Where are you going in Canada in the next few days? And also, are you going back in the simulator again this season?
I can't tell you where I'm going to go. Obviously, that wouldn't be great security-wise. And then, yeah, just gonna. Hopefully, I'm gonna see a moose somewhere. And I will be watching the game tomorrow, which will be my first game to watch. And what else? Oh, and the simulator. I mean, I'm sure I will drive it at some point. I think what could be good is, like, for example, going back and doing correlation to this weekend, so we can find out where it's missing. You know, because the test driver will be on there saying it's all, you know, they will only know what they know because they don't get to drive. There's only Charles and I get to drive the car. So the positive of something like being able to drive the real car, go back and say, this is actually what it feels like. These are the things that we're missing, and so that we can improve it. So I'm always there to help the team move forwards and develop it. Now, whether or not I use it to prepare for another race, probably not. There's just too many risks. And if you look at the 2 best races I've had, I didn't use the simulator, and that's honestly how it was. I pretty much all the championships before, except for probably 2008, I didn't use the sim, and so it's not a necessity. It's a tool that can be powerful, but for me, I'm old school. I'm probably better without it.
Next one, please.
Phil Clearing again from Motorsport for all 3. Can you talk through the start? How sketchy were the conditions trying to get the fronts to work? And what was your reaction when you saw the McLarens were going to start on Inters?
On the strategy call at the start? Yeah,
it was great. Great call. I was like, thank you.
Yes. Right, next one, please.
Daniel Valente, The Score. Question for Lewis and Max. You guys know firsthand how intense and how tough a title fight can be, whether it's your first one or you're up against your teammate. So is there anything you would go back and tell yourself in that moment that maybe Kimi can use for guidance or advice?
No, I think he would forget that we're competitors, so he's already doing a great job. I'm not going to give him any more pointers. No. I mean, I think just for me personally, when 2007 was the one I was fighting for, I mean, it was a lot, and I was a little bit older than you. I was 22. I think things were a lot different back then. Yeah, it feels like it was just different back then. I don't think I had the same support system that he has, for example, today. In the place that I worked at and worked in, you know, Toto did a great job of surrounding you with the right support, and I definitely didn't feel that I would, you know, the team were nice and everything, but there wasn't the right elements around to support you, to help you stay stable and guide you, and it was pretty intense, especially in my first year. So, yeah, but I wouldn't change it for a while. Yeah.
This shit. Yeah, easy. Yeah.
I think Monaco is going to be fun.
Yeah, Monaco's been sick. I'm so excited.
Qualifying is going to be full push, man. Yeah, no, it's going to be good.
I'm hoping that we can at least be closer.
Yeah.
In that race. Enjoy it, bro.
Have a good time.
Double safe.
Ciao, ciao.
Vas-y, vas-y. Bravo.
A huge thank you to my team here. Gracias. It's an amazing feeling to be back up here. Keep pushing and keep trying to extract more.